By 1870, most recovered Union remains were reburied in 74 national cemeteries. Also by then, Decoration Day, which featured the placing of decorations on graves of fallen service members in recognition for their supreme sacrifice, was a new but growing custom in parts of the nation. This grew into Memorial Day, which became a federal holiday in 1971, as a national shrine worthy of being the final resting place for those who served so bravely. This year, we are not only recognizing the 50th anniversary of the National Cemetery Administration, we are also honoring the 50th anniversary of American combat troops leaving Vietnam. With this in mind, I ask you to especially thank veterans for serving in that war by welcoming them home. And also remember that many who made the ultimate sacrifice in that war never came home. One such local Vietnam hero is Lieutenant Junior Grade John B. Goltz. On April 22nd, 1970, Lieutenant Goltz was the pilot of a Douglas A-4 Skyhawk attack aircraft on a bombing raid over the Ho Chi Minh Trail in Laos, where he was struck by enemy fire. Lieutenant Goltz made his bombing pass as directed, but did not recover at the end. Both the flight leader and the forward air controller saw where the Skyhawk impacted the ground and then exploded. In the darkness, no parachute was seen, no emergency beeper signals heard from the crash site. When no trace of the downed pilot was found, Lieutenant Goltz was immediately listed as killed in action, body not recovered. Lieutenant Goltz received a Purple Heart and Air Medal for his actions that day.
And all of a sudden you're at a reception station in Fort Jackson, South Carolina, headed to your basic training for myself at Fort Benning, Georgia. And I'm now thrown in the barracks with folks from all over. A kid from Davenport, Iowa, now is a bunkmate from a rural kid from rural parts of Alabama. And we have one mission: to protect this nation, and all the other issues we don't worry about, we just worry about each other. We have different lifestyles, and then some of us don't return home. These beacons of hope, defenders of democracy across the world. Let us remember that our armed forces are not just boots on the ground, but men and women who love their country deeply. They have families, they are people. We must remember this. Less than 1% serve, many never returned home. I'm giving you a couple thoughts here. There's a lot of discussion lately I have with children, especially and young people. So let's think about the sacrifice and dedication and the values of today. The Army has 7 Army values: loyalty, duty, respect, selfless service, integrity, and personal courage. These stones, these beacons of hope, represent them. Let us contemplate what these honored white graves symbolize: the sacrifice for others. Let us pray for our courage to put our lives into perspective this day